Hello guys, welcome to this banger of a YouTube video. I just have to point this out before I start the video fully that I won't be using my little YouTube character guy to talk. It's just going to be more of a lengthy yap video that I'd rather just show stuff on screen visually as opposed to just putting my little guy on there to show me talking, if that makes sense. So without further ado, hope that's okay with you guys. Let's just start the video. So it's maybe been a while since I've made a Payday video. Actually, a year now, which, fun fact, this is the first video that I actually made in this type of content style that kicked everything off with it getting like 2,000 views. So, shout out that video. It was not a good video, though, I'm gonna be honest. But, for this video, we're here to cover the current state of Payday 3. You know, it's been a few months, like what, 5 months? God, it's been a while since I've had to watch that video. Okay, apart from that, I was just at work, right? I was scrolling through YouTube, just trying to find something to put on the background while I do my job. And I found this General McBadass video, and mind you, I haven't watched this guy in a solid, like, 7 years. I forgot he even existed. And it was talking about Payday 3, and it reminded me about the Payday 3 video I made, so I ended up watching it and going over the whole thing, just kind of listening to it, and I was like, wow, Payday is at a all-time low. Like, this game is seriously dead as a franchise. And maybe all-time low is kind of pushing it because 2018-19 apparently was a very bad year for active players on this game, and somehow it's higher right now. But you know what I mean, alright? The game on console and PC, RIP console, has seen many better days, and, you know, if I was Overkill Software, this is how I would revive Payday 2. Screw Payday 3. So, it's no big surprise that Payday 3 flopped with one of, if not the most unsuccessful game releases of all time, and the game is currently still not doing good, which in turn brought a lot of people back to Payday 2. But Payday 2 hasn't got a content update in a crazy long time. I know Payday 2 is the game literally like of DLCs, but maybe a little content update here or there with some free content could actually bring a lot of the player base back, especially people who make videos about Payday 2 in their heists. However, I feel like adding more DLC as an attempt to get more people back, it should be like the least priority for Overkill here. I think the main way that I would try to get the player base fully back is through the console ports of the game, which, coming from a Payday 2 console player before 2 weeks ago, I know, I get it, you don't need to tell me. The console part here is very profitable. You know, most people who play games are still on a PS5, Xbox, whatever. Also Switch too, if you want to count that. Realistically, all Overkill would have to do here is just bring all the DLCs that aren't on console to console, and all the mechanics and, you know, features from PC just straight to console. Just wrap it up in a little bow, charge a couple of bucks for it considering you already have everything made, and you're set. Overkill, you just got a couple thousand active players back. Oh, but there's so much more you can actually do to the console versions of Payday 2. Like, for one, giving him a next-gen console port as opposed to just updating the one that's already on PS4 to run better on a PS5, which also didn't work because their game still doesn't run good on PS5 with the new update. If you were to go download Payday 2 on PS4, like the PS4 version right now, and go play it, it does not run good. It's like 30 frames per second. It can get choppy. It's just not made for a PS5. Just imagine how many people would come back to the game, though, if it just had some very simple updates in a next-gen port of the game. And also, while you're out there making a next-gen port of the game, why don't you also update a bunch of the textures, a bunch of the long-standing bugs that are still in this game that have not got fixed in literal years. Simple things like load times and maybe make the UI a little faster would literally guarantee you that a lot of players come back just to play the game. And I haven't even started talking about them adding crossplay between consoles and PC and all that jazz, but that might be a little more hectic because of all the mods on PC. I don't really know how that would work, because if you think about it, Payday 3 was heavily criticized for having a lack of content, and still is. But with current Payday 2, Overkill is sitting on a literal gold mine of content that could boost multiplayer. Okay, and I also probably have to preface this, but I know Payday 2 is built on the diesel engine, very old. No cross-platform really with that or anything, but this is just a hypothetical. You know, maybe they could port Payday to Unity or Unreal 5 or something to just have crossplay automatically integrated into the game. Again, this is just a big hypothetical how they could if they really wanted to. Also, with doing all the aforementioned things said, Overkill could definitely have a lot more community interaction within the game, not just them talking to people on social media and stuff like that, right? Like they already do, but actually like doing votes of, oh, what DLC should be next to console, you know, things like that could bring more players back. If Overkill just took a step back and maybe took a second to think about their predatory marketing they've done with Payday 3 and also lying to their community plenty of times about Payday 2. If they just went back on all that and then just gave the fans what they really want right now, the game would be a lot more successful going into its, like, what, 13th year? God damn, this game is old. If Payday 2 were to go through this revival arc, I also hope that maybe they could turn it into more maybe a live service game, which is kind of a stretch, but you need to hear me out on this one. Just imagine this, right? You boot up Payday 2 multiplayer, you look on the left and there's a weekly events tab. You click on it and there's a selection of highest that are randomized, and then there's like one big weekly modifier that goes on, and you and your friends just queue up that and have a good time. Think of it kind of like how Fortnite used to run their LTMs, like one shot in the jetpack mode and all that. And I'm not talking about stupid, like not fun multipliers like, oh, bulldozers get double health. I'm talking something like Cloaker Mania, where like every single unit is replaced by a cloaker. Can you imagine how fun that would be just to experience with your friends? And then if you like were to actually beat the heist, like, you know how rewarding that'd feel? You just give them like extra bonuses and stuff too, of like XP and cash for completing it. But I don't know, man. I've just seen this game slowly, steadily decline, and Payday 3 definitely didn't help because people are just funneling into new, different games. And you know what? I don't really blame them. Payday 2's old as hell. Payday 3 isn't good. Payday the Heist is dead as hell. There's not really a lot of Payday content out there that's fresh and new. Also, Starbreeze and Overkill and all them really need to gain community trust back with their reputation, because the past years have not been looking good. So this is how I would go about reviving Payday 2, or just like the franchise as a whole. And I hope you guys like this video. You know, we'll be streaming very soon. Tune into the streams, maybe. Oh my god, my mic just hit. Tune into the streams till I watch the shorts. Oh my god, it hurts so bad. Do all that, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for 600 subscribers. I really appreciate that. We will be doing a special at 650, so we're like 10 away from making this video.
Hey, it's me, that Unk dude from TikTok. I think you should go subscribe to Nemo Ghost on YouTube if you know his videos are pretty fire. And he's a hardworking dude, so why don't you run him up? Mr. Jado out. Sub to him now, bitches.